No contact isn't the finish line. It's the doorway. Real power doesn't come from what you cut off. It comes from what you become when nobody is watching, when the room is quiet, when your ego is screaming for one more message. She left. Maybe she ghosted with no explanation. Maybe she said, "I need space," and used that space to drift further away. Maybe she found someone else while you sat there scrolling, replaying every moment like a detective at a crime scene, searching for the exact second everything collapsed. And you keep telling yourself, if I disappear, she'll miss me. If I go silent, she'll feel it. If I hold my ground, she'll come back. But here's the question most men avoid because it burns. What if she doesn't? Silence by itself doesn't create regret. Contrast does. She has to feel the difference between the man she walked away from and the man you're building now. Otherwise, your absence is just empty space. No meaning, no gravity, no impact. That's why no contact without growth is just waiting with better posture. It's the same weakness with a quieter voice. So before we go deeper, subscribe to Stoic Legacy. Because if you're serious about mastering yourself, you need reminders when your emotions try to drag you back to the old version of you. And in the comments type, "I'm the man," or share one moment in your life when you had to walk away to protect your dignity. Don't write it for her. Write it for you. That single act turns pain into a vow. This is Stoic transformation with a ruthless edge. No begging, no chasing, no midnight paragraphs, no just one last talk. By the end, you won't just understand how regret happens. You'll reach something stronger, the point where you stop needing it. Because the greatest win isn't her returning. The greatest win is you becoming the kind of man who can lose someone and still keep his center. The void principle. Let her run into the silence. She expects you to crack. She expects a checking in text when the quiet gets loud. She expects you to send a song, a memory, a casual line that says, "I'm still here." She expects you to stay available like a familiar notification she can tap whenever she feels lonely, bored, guilty, or curious. But when you give her nothing, no message, no reaction, no trace of you hovering, her mind loses its comfort. As long as she senses you're still watching, still hoping, she doesn't have to miss you, because you never truly left. Your attention becomes a safety net, and she may act indifferent, but she feels that net under her feet. Remove the net, and the fall begins. A void is psychologically violent. It forces the mind to fill in blanks. It forces questions. Did I misjudge him? Is he stronger than I thought? Did I lose control of something I assumed I owned? Most men do no contact while secretly begging in their head. They call it discipline, but they're still orbiting her, just quietly. They count the days. They check her profile. They read old chats like scriptures. That's not strength. Real silence is detachment. You become so focused on your mission, your body, your mind, your future, that her absence stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like peace. Your life stops being a reaction to her choices. And here's what men don't understand. True silence is a seed. It doesn't explode. It grows. It takes time to root itself into her perception. So when curiosity finally pulls her back, because it usually does, she must find a man she can't access the way she used to. Not the same old availability, not the same old emotional doorway, a new standard. That's when the table flips. The transformation mindset. Become the man she can't replace. Be honest, she left because, in her mind, you were replaceable. Whether she walked away politely or ran to someone new, she believed she could do better. That truth is brutal, but it's also fuel. Because it tells you exactly what must change. Your value cannot be something you ask for. It has to be something you embody. Most men collapse and bargain. They try to talk their way back into respect. They promise they'll improve, but they only improve if she returns. That's not growth. That's negotiation. You do the opposite. You rebuild. Quietly, consistently, even on days when you feel hollow. Especially on those days. You turn heartbreak into structure. Training, reading, work, discipline, solitude used like a weapon. Not to punish her, to reclaim yourself. And the day she sees you again, sharper and calmer, living like a man who doesn't need permission to be powerful, That's the day she realizes she underestimated you. She doesn't need your speech. Your posture says it. Your eyes say it. Your life says it. The man she left behind is gone, and she can feel that she helped create the fire that forged you. Emotional detachment. Indifference is magnetic. She expects you to care. She expects you to react. She expects your mood to orbit her choices, your sleep to depend on her attention, your peace to rise and fall with her messages. And the moment she senses you're no longer emotionally available to her, no anger, no pleading, no dramatic closure, that's when the power shifts. Indifference is magnetic because it's unsettling. After a breakup, many women assume they remain the center of the emotional universe for the man they left. If you stay bitter, jealous, or desperate, you confirm it. Every emotional outburst is a receipt that says, "You still own space in my head." Even hatred is a form of attachment. Detachment doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means you stop reacting. You refuse to let her presence, or her absence, control your inner weather. You stop refreshing your phone like it's a heartbeat monitor. You stop searching for hidden meanings. You stop arguing with imaginary versions of her in your mind. And you start practicing discipline, sleep, training, clean routines, purposeful work, real friendships, silence used as a reset instead of a prison. You walk away so decisively that your absence becomes real, not performative. You don't do it to threaten her. You do it because your dignity is non-negotiable. And when she starts wondering, did I matter to him at all? She begins to doubt her decision. That doubt is the crack in her certainty, and once certainty cracks, control leaks out. If this is hitting home, tap the like button, not for the algorithm, but as a small promise to yourself that you're choosing growth over obsession. It's a quiet commitment. I will not betray my future for a temporary emotion. Social proof. The quiet message that cuts. Deepest silence is powerful, but there's something that hits even harder. The evidence that you never needed her. Women live in a world of comparison. How they're seen, what they can attract, what they can keep. She expects you to disappear, to grieve publicly, to stay frozen in the past. But when she sees you thriving, new experiences, stronger habits, higher standards, it rewires her perception. This isn't about posting thirst traps or staging fake happiness. That's weak energy. Real social proof is simply living well. It's being present in rooms that match your ambition, building friendships that sharpen you, improving your health until your face looks different, upgrading your finances until your stress feels different, upgrading your taste until your entire life has a new texture. Maybe she hears your name from someone else and it's said with respect. Maybe she sees you in a picture and you look composed, not broken. Maybe she notices that you're surrounded by momentum, not memories. That's when it hits. He didn't crumble. He didn't beg. He didn't need me to rise. She may not react publicly. She may not message right away. Pride will keep her quiet. But she notices. And what she notices becomes a weight. Once a man elevates for real, he rarely returns to the version that tolerated less. And that is the kind of loss that echoes. The power shift. Make her regret. Underestimating you. She thought she had you figured out. She thought you'd wait. She thought you'd stay an option in the background, a safe backup, a familiar door she could open whenever she felt nostalgic. But what happens when the man she left behind no longer exists? That's the power shift. Not punishment, not revenge, outgrowing. Power isn't making her miss you. Power is making her realize she can't reach you anymore. When your life moves forward without a single plea, her confidence cracks because deep down she wanted to believe she was irreplaceable. And when she sees you doing better without her, she starts comparing. The new guy feels predictable. The attention she chased feels cheap. The upgraded you feels untouchable. The harsh truth is this: people don't regret what they think they can replace. They regret what becomes rare. They regret what becomes unavailable. They regret what evolves beyond their access. And that's why your focus must be on building a life so strong that her opinion becomes a minor detail, not the headline. The return. When she reappears, here's how kings respond. She may reach out with a casual, "Hey," a reaction to your post, or some excuse that sounds innocent. Understand what it is, not love, but access. She's checking if the door is still unlocked. She wants to know if she can still summon your attention like a switch. Most men ruin it here. They answer too fast, say too much, show too much interest. Then she gets the validation and disappears again. That's the pattern. Test, collect reassurance, vanish. So don't give her the emotional jackpot. Don't ignore her in a dramatic way either. That still shows emotion. Respond with calm control, brief, neutral, unbothered, polite but distant. Treat her like a distant acquaintance, not a missing piece. Your tone should say, "I'm good. My life is full. I don't need anything from you." If she truly regretted losing you, she wouldn't be testing. She'd be fighting. So don't hand her closure. Show her, with your energy, that she is no longer a factor in your reality. That's what makes regret intensify. The realization that she can't press a button and get the old you back. The unavailable king. The man she can't have. Women desire what they can't possess. The moment a man becomes predictable and always available, his value drops. That's why chasers lose. But the man who is unavailable, not because he's playing games, but because he's building a life that demands focus, becomes unforgettable. This is the difference between pretending and becoming. Some men act unavailable for a week, then fold the second she texts. That's not power, that's performance. The real ones don't perform. They transform. Their schedules change. Their priorities change. Their standards change. Their attention becomes expensive. She will test you. She'll throw bait, nostalgia, flirtation, guilt, a question only you could answer, to see if she can pull you back into her frame. When she realizes you can't be swayed, obsession begins, because obsession is born from lost control. This is how kings move. They don't wait, they don't linger, they ascend. And the higher you rise, the smaller the past looks behind you. The inevitable choice, her realization and the sting of regret. There comes a moment when it finally lands. You're not coming back. At first, she distracts herself. Attention, new faces, noise to cover the silence. She tells herself you were just a chapter, that life is full of options. But then the distractions fade, and she looks around and realizes something uncomfortable. Not everyone carries the presence you've built. Not everyone feels steady. Not everyone feels rare. That's when the questions turn sharp. Did I make a mistake? Was he always this strong? Did I walk away from something that could have grown into greatness? And the worst one of all, does he even think about me anymore? That thought destroys her because she wanted you to linger as an option. Instead, you became a standard, a man who doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't collapse. The biggest trap now is handing your power back when she reaches for it, because often she doesn't miss you. She misses the control she once had over you. She misses the certainty that your heart would stay on standby. Don't confuse nostalgia with commitment. Don't confuse a test message with true remorse. The ultimate revenge is mastery. Revenge isn't proving her wrong, it's proving yourself right. It's becoming so disciplined, so grounded, so untouchable that her opinion can't move you. Mastery over your emotions, mastery over your habits, mastery over your purpose. The kind of mastery that makes you calm under pressure and dangerous in your consistency. Real victory is the morning you wake up and you don't care. The day you stop checking. The day you stop imagining conversations. The day you can hear her name and feel nothing but neutrality. That's freedom. And freedom is what makes you unstoppable. She will feel the contrast. She will recognize the loss. She will understand, deep down, that she lost something rare. But by then, you'll be too busy winning in real life to watch her reaction. And that's the final lesson. The prize was never her attention. The prize is your self-respect. Rise above. This was never about her. It was about you stepping into your power, becoming the man who doesn't chase, but attracts. The man who doesn't break under pressure. The man who doesn't look back because he's too focused on what's ahead. If you take one lesson from this, let it be this. The moment you stop seeking validation is the moment you become unstoppable. If this message resonated, subscribe to Stoic Legacy and stay with us. Because the next level of your life requires daily discipline, not occasional motivation. And before you go, hit like to support the channel and comment, "I'm the man," if you're done being an option and ready to live like the prize.